Julian Edelman has returned to practice with just 3 games left in the season. I'm Mariah, Janos, joined by Evan Lazar. Edelman left with a knee injury back in October. Now that he's back at practice, do you expect to see him to play on Sunday against the Dolphins? Is there even a point for him to be playing on Sunday?
I think the second question is a really interesting one, and this is a situation, from what I understand, of Julian Edelman saying to the Patriots, I'm not a quitter, right? That's not in my blood. It's not who I am, and this team needs me, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play, and I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to try to do my best. And I think the Patriots are sort of caught in a position where they kind of see in the long term it's probably in the best interest for both player and team for Edelman to sit out the rest of the year, just in terms of his overall health. But at the same time, I think that they realize that this is an ultra competitive guy, and it's going to be difficult to keep him off the field. He's going to have a chronic knee injury probably for the rest of his career. This is going to be something he's going to have to manage, just the pain of it, just manage it week in and week out until he, hangs them up for good. But I think that in terms of, is he going to play on Sunday? I don't know if he'll play this week, but he's going to play again this year. I don't think that that's any doubt about that. And we can kind of talk about how effective he's going to be moving forward.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that no matter what, he's going to play through it. So I mean, even when he was ruled out back in October, I never expected that he wouldn't make a return at some point in the season. Patriots Press Pass is presented by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code PressPass20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using the code PressPass20. Take the leap and join the Manscaped movement today. Now, before he was ruled out, Edelman wasn't really much help this season. So what makes Bill Belichick think that he can help at this point?
Well, Bill he did not mince any words earlier this week necessarily about the efficiency of the passing attack, just talking about how it's not anywhere close to where the Patriots need it to be as a passing offense. And he actually went into a whole answer. Now, granted, the question was a little bit more pointed towards the wide receivers and the tight ends and the pass catchers, but he went through an entire answer where he did not mention the quarterback or Cam Newton's name once. And it was all about receiver getting open, doing their jobs, catching the football, creating plays, things like that. And if Edelman's, close to 100%, like I mentioned, it's probably never going to be 100%. But if he's closer to 100%, then he does add a separation quickness and an ability to get open, especially against man coverage, that maybe some of their other receivers don't necessarily possess. And I think that there's an argument to be made that earlier on in the season, Edelman was kind of hurting the team with his drops and with his inconsistent play. But then still at times you saw those moments where he looked like the old Julian Edelman, and he was, getting in and out of his breaks and creating separation at the top of the route and creating easy throws for the quarterback. So ultimately, the Patriots could use all the help that they can get at wide receiver and at pass catcher in general for Cam Newton. And Edelman is, by name at least, the best guy they have on their team. So if he's anywhere closer to 100%, I think he's going to come in and be a productive receiver for them. But granted, earlier on in the year, like I mentioned, the injuries and I think really caught up, but also adapting to a new quarterback, I think had caught up to him a little bit as well. Much different ball coming from Cam Newton versus, the pillowy throws that he used to get from Tom Brady. So an adjustment there, the injuries, all those types of things led to some downtick in production and certainly some plays that hurt the Patriots more than they helped them. But I think that Edelman is still one of those guys that clearly can still get open at the NFL level when he's right.
Yeah, and he's also just one of those guys for morale in general, to help with the younger guys just stepping up and filling in that position. So it should be interesting just what having him around can do for the younger guys at receiver playing around him. For all of our Patriots coverage, head to CLNSmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel over at Patriots Press Pass.